So a few weeks ago, I had this crazy, shocking update about the EIDL, and it looked like all these loans may be forgiven. They weren't going to actually pursue them, maybe not as technically forgiven. If the loan amount was $100,000 or less, it's going to cost us too much as a government to even try and collect on that. So we're just going to give up on everybody who got $100,000 or less. You can just keep the money. And now there's a massive, crazy update with the EIDL loan, economic injury disaster loan, and it might actually be a reversal. So what's going on? So towards the end of 2023, SBA makes this announcement that they are unlikely to pursue collections on defaulted economic injury disaster loans of $100,000 or less. And so they're like, yeah, we're probably not going to be able to collect on them. Economically, it's going to cost us more to try and collect than anything we actually receive. But that being the case, we know the history is there was the PPP loan, the Paycheck Protection program, and then there was the EIDL loan, the economic injury disaster loans. And these loans, guess what? They totaled over $1 trillion. So all that government spending that caused inflation, that jacked our national debt up to $34 trillion, well, $1 trillion of it did go to small business owners who were devastated during the pandemic. Now, the bottom line is, again, estimates are that over $136 billion in EIDL loans have defaulted and may have been. Now here's what people always just assume. They just assume, oh, those were all fraudulently obtained. No, they weren't. No, they weren't. There were plenty of small business owners that were legitimate business owners that their business was shut down. So many of these are legitimate loans that won't be paid back. So the bottom line is, if you did get one of those EIDL loans, the government has now reversed course. They've said, well, we probably won't be able to collect on the $100,000 or less. And then all of these watchdog organizations said, well, if these loans were obtained fraudulently, then you have to go after them. Now, any that were, they will and they should, right? But if they were gotten legitimately by business owners who were negatively impacted, shut down during the pandemic, then it's unclear whether they will or will not. It seems likely they're going to keep communications up. They're going to send emails. They're going to make phone calls. There is also talk that if you are well behind on your EIDL loan defaulted, that they may start to report negative payment history or a default charge-off collection on your personal credit report, for sure on your business report. So those are also things that you need to be aware of. So if you or someone you know took out an EIDL loan and they're in a very tough spot business-wise, maybe they're even out of business, but they're getting back on their feet, then they need to reach out. If you log into the SBA EIDL loan website, there is a hardship section where you can fill out an application. And the key to this is you can't say, I'm just not going to pay. You have to come to them. You'll get on the phone with a representative with a proposed monthly payment, and it can be a much lower payment than what you're supposed to be paying. And as long as you work on, having a monthly payment, and you can actually get a new repayment plan together. If your business is completely out, but you've got some capital still, you might be able to negotiate a settlement and pay less than you owe because, hey, your business is out of business, but you can at least try to settle it. That may be an option, but the more likely option right now is just a repayment plan. Communication is key. Put that communication together. It's early on. The sooner you reach out, the easier this is going to be. And then if you focus on income and getting a new business going, building up your income and your business, then you can, get back on top of that, manage cash flow, have a regular monthly payment there that's affordable, and get back on top of this. So that is the key. And then, of course, if you're in such a tough spot, you can't do anything, your only option may be to consult a bankruptcy attorney locally. I don't think you'll have any issues explaining that to a bankruptcy judge and being able to start over. And that's the magic of entrepreneurship, right? In this country, in the US, you can fail, you can start over again. How many entrepreneur stories have you heard of the entrepreneur going bankrupt and then starting over and building a $1 billion, $100 million empire? It happens all the time, and it can happen for you. So that's the facts. It looks like the government has reversed that policy. They will be coming after people with $100,000 or less loans, especially if you've gotten fraudulently. If not gotten fraudulently, it's kind of up in the air. But the bottom line is you need to take action if you're behind and negotiate a repayment plan and come to them with a specific monthly payment that you can make to get back on track. And then just focus on income. Read the books, follow YouTube channels like ours to get back on track and build your dream business, because you're still in the best country and the best place in time and history with all the technology to make that happen. you.